Hey, what's up everyone? Scott here with another 5150 Photogs tutorial. Today I want to show you a really quick trick to edit photos that look hazy right off the start. This is a good trick to use when you're looking at GoPro footage because oftentimes GoPro images come back and they look hazy, they look flat, they don't look vibrant. And if you look at all of the successful photos that are online, these are, if you watch some of the editing tricks that people do, they're always cranking up that saturation, they're cranking up the vibrance, they're cranking up the clarity, all these things that make them eye-catching. So anyways, in Adobe Photoshop CC, so the Creative Cloud, and in Lightroom, they introduced something called the Dehaze slider. And I think this works perfect for GoPro pictures. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my layer, so Command J on the Mac. I'm going to move up to Filter, and I'm going to Camera Raw Filter. Now I know there's no raw information because this is simply a JPEG from my GoPro, but the Camera Raw filter still has a bit of ability to work with it. Now obviously if you use this with an SLR picture, you're going to get much better results. But anyways, we're going to go to the FX tab, and they have this dehaze. It's the first option on there, and you can see that if you lower it, it's going to make it look flatter. And I've seen pictures come out of the GoPro that look like this. It was a nice blue, bright, sunny day, and my picture comes back and it looks like this, and like, just, what happened? Anyways, for today though, what we're going to do is we're going to move this the other direction. And you can see here, if I move it to the extreme, it gives you that really vibrant sky, vibrant blue in his jacket. The sled is nice and bright. You get a lot more detail. Stuff over here, it almost looks summerish because it's so warm in color. Now that'd be okay. We could leave that there and we could turn down some of the warmth in it and fix these trees, but I'm just going to back this down a bit. I'm going to bring it back down to around 30. 30 is good. 29 is good. And once that's done, I'm just going to click on my basic adjustments, and I'm going to move my exposure up just a little bit. I'm going to take my highlights, and I just like to pull them down a little bit. And the reason I do that with the GoPro footage is because I usually am outside when I'm taking pictures with my GoPro. So if you got the sky in the picture and there's these nice white fluffy clouds and there's blue sky behind it, and you really want to accentuate the difference between the two, I find that if you knock those highlights down, that you really get a shot of those clouds. The other thing you'll find here in a second is if we jump down to the whites and we hold down Alt Option and we start bringing those whites up, you can see that the highlights adjuster has really made a bigger difference now because it's given more definition to those clouds. And we'll do the same with the blacks. Pull them down, move a little bit more clarity up. Not a lot, but just enough to kind of give some more detail to the snow that we've got going on there. And that's pretty much it. Now again, that dehaze slider, it tends to make things a little more saturated than they were. Like for example, I know the sled is not this red, particularly in a photo, so I may just take my vibrance and move it down. And the reason I'm doing that and not touching the saturation, because the saturation affects all the color tones across the photo, whereas the vibrance really goes after things that are much more dominant. So the blue in the sky, the red in the sled, the blue in his jacket, but leaving the skin tone. And that's it. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit OK. And in here I'm just going to click between the two, and you can see my before and after. It's a subtle change, but it definitely makes a big difference. And this will work with almost all of your GoPro footage. I don't suggest that this is the only edit that you do. Always keep in mind that you got to go back to that basic one and make other adjustments, but as a starting point, it is amazing. This slider works in both Photoshop CC and in Lightroom CC. This is a Creative Cloud feature. In Lightroom, it's just near the bottom of the main panel. If you go to Filter, it's under Camera Raw Filter. So as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you found this video helpful. Keep an eye out. I'm working on a new series, which is going to be everyday GoPro for everybody. This is going to be a series meant for people that are not doing extreme sports or extreme activities, but are looking for uses for a GoPro, a small camera that they can take anywhere with them, rain or shine. You can take it to the pool. Everyone knows what a GoPro does. Not everyone knows how a GoPro would help them. So anyways, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon.